Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we're going to be making one of my favorite foods. I was going to a restaurant in Berkeley called Betty's Diner, and they sell this strawberry banana souffle pancake, and it's just this airy, luscious, it's a dessert, it's a breakfast, it's whatever you want it to be. It's amazing. And to do that, you're going to want a 10-inch pan. All metal is great. If you have one with a metal handle, that's even better, because we are going to start it on the stove and then finish it in the broiler, and the broiler is going to put heat down on it. Now I could use this rubberized handle, but I have to make sure that the handle is facing out of the oven, otherwise I risk this catching on fire or this burning or getting too hot. So keep that in mind that if you have an all metal pan, that's even better. You do want about a 10-inch skillet, a vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of half and half, 3 eggs. We're going to separate those. Your fruit of choice, you can use strawberries, blueberries, bananas. We'll cut this up later. You need 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you need 1.5 tablespoons of butter that I already have melted sitting in my microwave. The other thing you want is some sort of spray for the pan as well. To get started, you want to beat the egg yolks in half and half in a large bowl until well mixed. So we're going to have to separate the eggs here. So I want the egg whites in their own pan, because eventually we're going to beat those with an electric beater to turn them into soft peaks. And in the meantime, we want the yolks to be in the half and half, but we only need 2 yolks. So 1 yolk I just have to throw away or save for later. So remember, put on a flat surface, hit your egg. Now you want to go in the white container first, because the white is going to come out first. And you're just going to kind of go back and forth with the egg until you're left with a yolk. And I'm going to throw this one out because we don't need it. The next 2 eggs, we want the yolks in there, the whites in there, because it's 2 egg yolks, 3 egg whites. And then the last one. Now that you've added your egg yolks to your milk, and then you have your egg whites over here, we're going to go ahead and, it says beat this till it's well mixed. So I kind of set it on its side, and you're just going to do a circular motion until it turns into a yellow milk. Okay? Then it says to slowly mix in the flour. So just a little at a time. Wait till that gets incorporated. Add a little bit more. So it gets incorporated. Add a little bit more. And we're just getting it all incorporated. And then adding a little bit more. Then we need to whisk in the butter, sugar, salt, and vanilla. So here's the sugar. It says 1/2 teaspoon. I'm just going to put a couple dashes of salt. Vanilla, it's asking for 1/2 teaspoon. That's not very much. Okay, that did not work as I was hoping. And the butter. So the butter, vanilla, sugar, salt, egg yolks, cream, or half and half, all mixed together. Next, set that aside. The next step is to beat the egg whites until they become soft peaks. I like a big round bowl like this, a little electric beater, and you stick it in there. I like to start slow and then work my speed up. This is a great time to like and subscribe to the channel as we beat these egg whites. Alright, this is a good sign. We're getting there. Okay, this isn't soft peaks. See how there's no peaks? It just when I do this, it just flattens straight out. It turns back into a lake. It doesn't turn into a mountain. We want it to kind of turn into a mountain, a soft mountain. We don't want a hard peak is when you pull it up and it just stays like that. We want a soft peak. So we're about 3/4 of the way there. That's looking good. Nice soft peaks. Look at that. Nice soft peaks. Okay, so let's eject that off, put it in our washer. Now I'm just going to fold this into there, but I know that the next step is going to be to start cooking it, so let's go ahead and start preheating our pan. You want to set your stove to maybe medium high if you want, but medium is actually good. You want to eventually get to medium, but you can start at medium high if you want to heat your pan a little quicker. Get it to medium, that's the temperature you want. You want your oven on broil. Broil is not any of these other temperatures. It's not convection, you want broil, okay? So we have our egg yolk mixture, and we have the last step is to fold in the egg whites. what I was taught in culinary school is the first thing to do is just kind of take a little piece of this, and you don't want to deflate this. The whole area, look how like it's like a jello. You don't want to deflate this, but you could take like the first little bit and just go ahead and you don't have to be so gentle with it, and it's just gonna lighten up the initial batter. And then now the rest of it you want to be very gentle with. Keep it folded over. You don't want to chop it up. So you can still see there's whites in there, the white. You don't want to totally deflate them, but you do want to incorporate the whites. But you can see how this has increased in volume already. Okay, that's pretty good. So all that made this much batter, made about a little over 1.5 cups of batter. Now because we started our stove, it should be coming up to temperature. Okay, now we have a nice hot pan. I have sprayed it with a canola spray. We have our batter. So we want to be gentle with this. Again, we don't just want to dump it in there. And go ahead and get all that goodness in there. We're going to let this cook for 5 minutes. Then we're going to put the fruit on top, and then we're going to put it in the broiler. This is already getting a nice brown around the edges. I don't know if you could see that. It's getting a nice brown around. You can see a little light brown forming there. Be really gentle with it. And about 5 minutes have passed by. At this point you want to add your fruit. Again, be gentle because the top still hasn't cooked, and if you throw something heavy on there, you're going to deflate this bad boy. So we've added our fruit. We're now going to move to the oven. So remember, this handle could catch on fire, so we finished it there. We're going to put it in the broiler. It's going to cook real fast in there. I can already see it starting to brown. Okay, now we want to put it on a plate. Now comes the moment of truth. Wow, look at that. I did because I sprayed. Look how I don't even need the spatula. I can probably just slide it right out on there. Or a little assistance. Oh. And there you have it. The banana souffle pancake. Go ahead and put some powdered sugar on top, some maple syrup, whatever you fancy. As you can see, delicious, airy, so tasty banana souffle pancakes. Oh yeah.